Good morning students, welcome back to Shada Math channel. Now in this video I am posting the complex numbers previous EAMCET bits. This is the problem of the 3/9/2020 shift to paper. Okay, let us start the class. The question is, if Z1 comma Z2 are two complex numbers such that real part of Z1 is equal to mod Z1 minus 1 and real part of Z2 is equal to mod Z2 minus 1 and arc of Z1 minus Z2 is equals to pi by 6, then what is the value of the imaginary part of Z1 plus Z2? Okay, so here what is the given condition in the question? Z1 comma Z2 are two complex numbers. Means I am taking that what is the complex number in general, in which form we take the complex number notation. Z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1. Okay, IP concept. What are the values of Z1, Z2? And Z2 is equals to x2 plus iy2. Okay, these are the complex numbers we are taking like that. And what is the second condition given here? Real part of Z1 is equal to mod Z1 minus 1. Okay, here take the condition. Real part of Z1 is equal to mod Z1 minus 1. Okay, what is Z1? x1 plus iy1. Okay, then what is the real part value in this complex number? x1. x1 is the real part. Okay, understand all of you. In the complex number x1 plus iy1, what is the real part? x1 is the real part. That is real part of Z1 is equals to x1. Okay, x1 is equals to, replace the Z1 complex number here, mod x1 plus iy1 minus 1. Okay, in the next step, take this value, x1 is equals to, find the modulus value to this complex number, x1 plus iy1 minus 1. That is x1 minus 1 plus iy1. Okay, means first to take the real part and then imaginary part. Okay, understand all of you. First to take the real part, x1 minus 1, that is the real part, plus imaginary part, iy1. Now find the modulus value to this one. What is the formula? Real part whole square plus imaginary part whole square. That is x1 minus 1 whole square plus y1 square. Understand all of you? This is the modulus value of the complex number. That is, okay, see here, first to take the Z1 comma Z2 complex numbers, next take the given condition, real part of Z1 is equal to modulus of Z1 minus 1. What is real part of Z1? x1. Okay, replace the Z1 complex number and find the modulus value. Okay, now here in the next step, do the squaring on both sides. Understand all of you? Squaring on both sides, then we get x1 square is equal to, take it as square and square root gets cancelled. Now take the expansion to this step, x1 square minus 2x1 plus y1 square. Okay, now cut the x1 square. Understand all of you? Now what is the remaining value you get here? So see here, so y1 square is equals to, write this minus 2x1 and plus 1 to this side. Okay, that is y1 square is equals to, this minus 2x1 becomes the plus 2x1, this plus 1 becomes the minus 1. Okay, this is the answer you get by the first condition, real part of Z1 is equal to mod Z1 minus 1. Understand all of you? What is the first answer you get? y1 square is equals to 2x1 minus 1. In the same way, if you replace the Z2 complex number in the second condition, real part of Z2 is equal to mod Z2 minus 1, then what you get? So this is y2 square is equals to 2x2 minus 1. Understand all of you? In the first condition, when you replace Z1 value, then what you get? y1 square is equals to x1 minus 1. In the same manner, if you replace that Z2 complex number in the Z2 complex number, the second condition, then you get y2 square is equals to 2x2 minus 1. Understand all of you? That is, to this one, to these two conditions, first I am taking the general form. That is, y square is equal to 2x minus 1. Okay, that is, if Z1 comma Z2 are the complex numbers such that which satisfies this condition, then what you get? The equation of locus is y square is equal to 2x minus 1. When you replace the complex numbers in the given conditions, then what you get? Y square is equal to 2x minus 1. Okay, so this is in the form of the parabola. Just simply convert this equation in the form of the y square is nothing but y minus 0 whole square. Okay, now take the 2 common here, then what you get? X minus 1 by 2. Okay, so This is the general form of the parabola. We are converting the parabola in this form. Okay, understand all of you. And again I take these 2 is equals to 4 into 1 by 2. Okay, here what you get, the equation is in the form of the y square is equals to 2 into x minus 1 by 2. So this is the parabola equation. The notation is like that: y minus 0 whole square is equal to, just to take this 2 as the 4 into 1 by 2, okay, of x into 1 by 2. Understand all of you? That is here. So this is in the form of the y minus k whole square is equal to 4a into x minus h. But here you don't need the vertex and focus values. Here I am converting this expression in this form only for taking the value of the a only. Here we use from this equation, simply we use the value of a only. A is equal to 1 by 2. We want that value. Further iteration I am finding this equation like that. Understand all of you? Okay. First, given that Z1, Z2 are two complex numbers and these two conditions are given. Okay. Now replace the Z1 complex number value in the first condition, then you get the parabola equation. Okay. Now, okay, what is the second condition given? One, see here. Second condition is arg of Z1 minus Z2 is equal to pi by 6. Okay. Write the second condition. Arg of Z1 minus Z2 is equal to pi by 6. But what is x1 value? What is Z1 value? Z1 is equal to x1 plus I by 1 minus Z2. Z2 is equal to minus x2 minus I by 2. Understand all of you? What is Z1 minus Z2? x1 plus I by 1 minus x2 minus I by 2. Now write the real part, that is x1 minus x2 plus I of y1 minus y2. Okay, first replace Z1, Z2 complex numbers in this condition. Next, write the real and imaginary parts. Then what you get? x1 minus x2 plus I into y1 minus y2. Okay, now what is the RZ formula? Actually, you know the formula. RZ is equals to tan inverse of 5 by x. Understand all of you? What is RZ complex number, RZ value formula? Tan inverse of 5 by x. Okay. So what is the formula to this one? Tan inverse of 5 by x. Y is equal to imaginary part and x is equal to real part. That is tan inverse of y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay. RZ is equals to tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. That is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is equals to, what is given the value here? Pi by 6. Okay. In the next step, write this tan inverse to this set, that becomes the tan pi by 6. Okay. And what is, okay, tan inverse of, write this value here, tan inverse of y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 is equals to pi by 6. That is y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 is equal to tan pi by 6. Tan pi by 6 is equal to 1 by root 3. Okay. In the next step, okay, see here. Okay, see here. What this equation represents? This equation represents the y square is equals to 4 into 1 by 2 into x minus 1 by 2 means this is a parabola. So Z1, Z2 are the points on the parabola. That is, we take the values Z1, Z2 as Z1 is equals to at1 square 2at1 and Z2 is equals to at2 square 2at2. Z1, Z2 are the two complex numbers and the locus of these points is equals to parabola. Already here you get the parabola equation by taking the simplification. So for that reason we take the 2 points Z1, Z2 as at1 square 2at1 and at2 square 2at2. That is, here y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 means replace the values. What are y1, y2? 2at1 minus 2at2 by what are x1, x2? at1 square minus at2 square. Understand all of you? Why we are taking these 2 points in place of x1, y1, x2, y2? Here we get the locus equation as the parabola, and in general the points on the parabola is of the form at square 2at. For that reason we are taking the z1, z2 as at1 square 2at1 and at2 square 2at2. Understand all of you? Now take to the simplification. Take the 2a common here and a common, cut the value, and this t1 square minus t2 square is equals to t1 plus t2 into t2 plus t2. Okay, t1 square minus t2 square is equal to t1 plus t2 into t1 minus t2. Now cut the t1 minus t2, then what are the remaining values you get here? 2 by t1 plus t2. That is 2 by t1 plus t2 is equal to 1 by root 3. Finally, you get the value t1 plus 2 by t1 plus t2 is equal to 1 by root 3. Okay, so here by using the given condition, by using the first two conditions, you get the equation of parabola is the locus of the points, and by using the second condition, you get the value 2 by t1 plus t2 is equal to 1 by root 3. Okay, by the given conditions, we are finding these two values like that here. Now what is the given question? Imaginary part of z1 plus z2. Okay, so imaginary part means z1 is equal to what I am saying here, 81 square to 81. z2 is equal to what I am saying 82 square comma 282. But you want the imaginary part of this value, sum of the imaginary part, but you want the value of the 281 plus 282. Okay, that is the values. So 281 is equal to y1 here, and 282 is equal to y2 here. Okay, so here in the next step I am taking these values as, so what is 281? That is y1. From this, what is the value of the t1? y1 by 2a. Understand all of you? So t1 value is equal to y1 by 2a. In the same manner, t2 is equals to y2 by 2a. Okay, now replace the t1 comma t2 values here and do the LCM, then you get 4a by, do the LCM, then you get 4a by y1 plus y2. Now take the cross product and finally replace the a value. Already I told you here the value of the a is equal to 1 by 2, and here we use this value in the last answer. Further iteration we are converting this value in this form. Already I told you. Okay, so a is equal to 1 by 2, 4a. A is equal to 1 by 2. So you get the answer is equal to 2 root 3. So the value of the y1 plus y2 is equal to 2 root 3. Okay, this is not a difficult problem. Of course, it's an easy question, but little bit lengthy question. That's all. Okay, easily solve this question. Very easy. For the purpose of the explanation, I am explaining this problem in the lengthy process, but it is a very easy question. Understand? ఇది చాలా ఈజీ అండి. డైరెక్ట్ ఐపీ కాన్సెప్ట్తోనే వీ కెన్ సాల్వ్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్, బట్ ఫర్ ద అండర్స్టాండింగ్ పర్పస్ ఓన్లీ హియర్ ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్టెండింగ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ లైక్ దట్. ఇంత పెద్ద ఆన్సర్ కింద నేను ఇక్కడ సాల్వ్ చేసి చూపించాను, కానీ బై యూజింగ్ ద షార్ట్ కట్ స్టెప్స్ హియర్ వీ కెన్ సాల్వ్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ విత్ ఇన్ ఏ వెరీ స్మాల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. చాలా చిన్నగా కూడా దీన్ని సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, question is very easy here. Simply take the first and second conditions and replace the z1 z2 values, then you get the parabola equation. Next take the second condition, then you get this value. Next here the question is you want the y1 plus y2 values, so further iteration to this, convert this t1 t2 as in the form of the in terms of y. That's all, then you will get the answer. Okay, understand all of you? This is the question. Okay, సో ప్రాబ్లం అయితే అందరికీ అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. అండ్ ఐ విల్ పోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ డే the most important and very useful problems to everyone in these videos. So all of you watch these videos every day and write the notes and follow the channel. మీరు ప్రతిరోజు కనుక ఈ వీడియోస్ని ఫాలో చేసుకుంటే you will get the more knowledge. మీకు చాలా నాలెడ్జ్ వస్తుంది. Then you can easily attempt the problems in the EAMCET examination, since these are the previous problems most frequently repeating models in both EAMCET and JEE mains. నేను EAMCETలోని మెయిన్స్లోని రిపీటెడ్గా పోస్ట్ అయ్యే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని అయితే ఇక్కడ పోస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో అందరూ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఎవ్రీడే ఫాలో దిస్ ఛానల్ అండ్ షేర్ టు యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆల్సో. ఒకేసారి మీరు కంటెంట్ అంతా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలంటే దట్స్ అ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ టాస్క్. సో అలా కాకుండా ఎవ్రీడే ఇఫ్ యూ ఫాలో సమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ రైట్ ద నోట్స్, దెన్ సమ్టైమ్స్ అప్పుడప్పుడు రిఫర్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, దెన్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ సాల్వ్ ద క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ రిమెంబర్ ఆల్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఓకే, ఒక్కసారి కాకుండా విత్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ ప్లానింగ్ డైలీ మీరు ప్రిపేర్ అయితే కనుక దెన్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ అటెంప్ట్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇన్ ద మెయిన్స్ అండ్ EAMCET examinations. For that reason I am posting the questions daily in the videos. ఓకే, అందుకోసమనే నేను ప్రతిరోజు వీడియోస్లో ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ అయితే పోస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ యూస్ దీస్ వీడియోస్. ఓకే, అండ్ ఐ విల్ కంటిన్యూ ద నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వీడియో. Until then, keep watching. Bye bye.